about the simple interest. This chapter is meant for class 7 and 8. Okay. The term simple interest means the money which we earn as a source of income. Okay. And the principal is the sum that is lent out. Okay. And the rate is the percentage on which the interest is calculated. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the formulas concerning the simple interest. First of all, P is the sum of money that is borrowed or lent out. R is the rate of interest. And this is in percentage. This is in rupees. Okay. T is the time period. That means the period for which the interest is calculated. This is normally in years. Okay. And we have the expression for SI, that is simple interest, which is also in rupees. And the amount, this includes the sum that is lent out, that is the principal, plus the interest earned. Okay. So the two add up to give amount. So amount equal to principal plus interest, that is A equals to P plus SI. Okay. Now these are the terms that you might be familiar. Now we are coming to the important formulas. To calculate the simple interest, we have the expression P multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by 100. You know why this 100 is coming? Because the rate is expressed in percentage. Okay. So this is the first expression for SI. If you want to calculate the principal, okay, then multiply SI with 100 and divide it by rate into time, because these are left out. Similarly, if you want to find the rate, then multiply the SI by 100 divided by P into T. Okay. Similarly, if you want to find the time, multiply the SI into 100 divided by P into R. Okay. Now comes the amount. Okay. The amount can be written as principal plus SI. Okay. So P is the principal sum which we have already mentioned over here. Now sometimes we need to break this expression as follows. That means since the amount is given as P plus SI, we can also express amount equals to P. Now break this expression in terms of PRT by 100. Okay. This formula is useful. That means it is applied when amount, rate, time is given and you need to find the sum of money. Okay. Let us discuss one question based on this. Okay. The question is a sum of money amounts to rupees 1200 at 4% rate of interest in 5 years. Okay. Find the sum. Okay. There are two methods to solve this equation. First is by applying this formula what we have discussed in formula number 6. First of all, mention all the terms. Amounts to rupees 1200 means amount is rupees 1200. Okay. The time is given 5 years. The rate of interest 4%. Okay. And you need to find the principal, the sum of money. So exactly this formula relates all the three parameters, amount, rate, time, in terms of principal. So you can take P as unknown and solve it as you do in simple equation. Let's put it. Amount equals to P plus PRT by 100. Now put the value of amount 1200 equals to principal. You have to assume P because that is a missing term. P into 4 into 5 by 100. Okay. So 4 cancels 25 times, 5 cancels 5 times. So the equation is now 1200 equals to P plus P by 5. On taking LCM, we have 5P plus P equals to 1200. On cross multiplication, 1200 into 5 equal to 6P. That brings 6P equals to 6000. So P equals to 6000 by 6 and that comes to 1000. So the sum of money is 1000. Okay. The second method. Okay. Second method. The same question. Now we are doing by taking the principal as 100. Let P equals to 100. Then the SI, simple interest, will be principal into rate into time by 100. That comes to principal 100, rate 4%, time 5 years divided by 100. So cancel these two, you get 20. Okay. So when the principal is 100, the simple interest comes 20. Now the amount will be principal plus SI. That means the principal is 100, SI came 20, so this is 120. Now you are going to apply the unitary method. If amount is 120, then principal is 100. If the amount is 1, then the principal becomes 100 by 120. If the amount is 1200, that's given in the question. Okay. So the principal will be 100 by 120 into 1200. Okay. So it cancels 10 times. That comes to rupees 1000. Same as above. Okay. Now it is up to you to select either taking principal 100, solving this, or taking by equation method. Okay. So this equation is very important as such. Okay. Now let me discuss few more questions. Sometimes the time need not be in terms of years. It may be in terms of months or days. Then what to do in such type of questions, right? Then first of all, you need to convert that into years. Suppose time in months is given, divided by 12. Okay. This will give you the time in years, because it is preferably to convert time in years. Second, if the time is in days, please divide it by 365, considering 1 year to be 365 days. So this will convert time in years. And let me tell you, the number of days will usually be either 73, okay, and if it is 73 days, then if you divide it by 365, okay, then this will be 1/5 year. Okay, clear? So if suppose the time period is in days, 73 days, then the conversion is 73 divided by 365, so that comes to 1/5 year. On the other hand, if the number of days is 146, double of this, then if you convert this into years, this comes to 2/5 year. Okay, so you can use these fractions directly when the number of days are like this. Okay, similarly, if number of days comes to 219, then convert this by dividing 365, so you get 3/5 of year. So there could be possibilities, either this or this or this. Okay, now how to get these days? Suppose the question is from 3rd of July to 5th of December. Okay, then in the month of July, up to 3 days the interest won't be chargeable. Now July comprises of 31 days, so from 31 you subtract 3 days and this gives you 28 days. Okay, so in the month of July the interest will be chargeable for 28 days. Then comes the August, which is 31 days. Then comes September, which is 30 days. Then October, 31 days. November, 30 days, and for December, whatever is the last date, 5th of December means up to 5 days the interest will be chargeable. So in this way you have to count the number of days. This number could be either 73, or it could be 146, or it could be 219. Okay, so this is how you have to handle the time questions. Okay, now suppose a question says a sum of money amounts to 4 times at 10% rate of interest. Okay, find the time period. Okay, that means you have to find the time. Now in these type of questions, either you can take the principal as x or 100. Let me discuss the first method by taking x. Let principal be x, amounts to 4 times means amount is 4x. Then the SI will be amount minus principal, that means 4x minus x, that comes to 3x. Now apply the formula for time, that is SI into 100 by P into R. Okay, the SI you got 3x, put it over here. Principal you got x, we have assumed, multiplied by rate, that is 10%. X cancels, 1 0 cancels, so it is 30 years. Okay, this is by taking x. Now second method, let principal be 100, amount is 400 because it becomes 4 times. Okay, so the interest will be 400 minus 100, that is 300. Then after that you can apply the formula, time equals to SI into 100 by P into R. So SI is 300 multiplied by 100. Principal you have taken at 100 multiplied by rate, that is 10%. This cancels, so again it is 30 years. So it is up to your choice, either to do by x method or by taking 100. Both are correct. Clear? Now let me discuss one complicated question. The question says a sum of money amounts to rupees 7,500 in 4 years. Okay, a sum of money amounts to, suppose, 7,500 in 4 years. Okay, the question says a sum of money amounts to rupees 3825 in 4 years. Okay, and to rupees 4050 in 6 years. You have to find the rate percent and the sum of money, that is the principal. Okay, see, in such questions you have to take the higher amount above. That means in 6 years the amount is 4050. Okay, and in 4 years the amount is 3825. So in 2 years the person has paid an extra amount, that is in the form of interest. So what is the interest in 2 years? This is equals to this minus this, so it comes 225. Okay, so interest in 2 years is rupees 225. So we need to know the interest in 4 years, so that we can subtract this interest from the amount to get the principal. Okay, so we are finding interest in 1 year, that comes to 225 by 2. So interest in 4 years, this is equals to 225 by 2 into 4. So it comes to rupees 450, right? Now this is the interest in 4 years, this is the amount in 4 years. So to get the principal, we have the expression amount minus simple interest. So the amount in 4 years is 3825. From that you are subtracting 450. Okay, so this is the principal, right? Now if you want to find the rate of interest, then you apply the formula SI into 100 by P into T. Okay, now you can use the values for this. If you take the SI for 4 years, then take the time 4 years, right? The principal will be 3375. Okay, so in this way you can calculate. Okay, so the questions are based on this pattern also. Okay, there are a lot many more questions which you can practice. Okay, I think by applying these formulas you can solve the equations. Okay, so please practice the questions. Thanks for watching.